Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi wa kafa. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ibadihi alladhina istafa. Amma ba'du. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Wa qul rabbi adkhilni mudkhala sidqin wa akhrijni mukhraja sidqin waj'al li min ladunka sultanan nasira. Bismillah wa billah wa tawakkaltu ala Allah. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. In chapter Al-Baqarah, verse number 83. Chapter number 2 of the Holy Book of Quran. Verse number 83 is saying, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa iz akhazna misaqa bani Israel la ta'buduna illa Allah wa bil walidayni ihsana wa dhil qurba wal yatama wal masaqin wa qulu lin nasi husna wa aqimus salata wa atuz zakata thumma tawallaytum illa qalilan minkum wa antum mu'ridun. Here in this verse, Allah is giving a detail of that covenant that Allah have talked in some previous verses. For 2 or 3 times Allah have talked, and there was a covenant being discussed in previous verses, and now Allah is giving some points of that covenant and that pact that was made between Israelite and Allah by Prophet Moses at the time of Prophet Moses, and they agreed and they said, we will abide with that covenant. Allah has said in previous verses that they were the one who broke it and breached it, and now Allah is telling us what was the content of that covenant, the ingredients or the points which were mentioned in that covenant. Allah is telling us in this verse, and this is a covenant, a covenant that is almost the major demand or the narrative of God from man, what God is demanding or God is commanding to man to follow. That is the headlines of that guidance which Allah is giving to mankind. All is included in these very brief phrases. Allah is saying, Wa iz akhazna misaqa bani Israel. Though it was done by with the Israelite, but it's for all humanity, and all men are commanded by Allah to go with this. And these are almost, we can say, in the current running language or the contemporary language and expression, if we want to express it, we can say that is a social betterment principle. That is a that is something that has Allah given to man for the social benefit of him, and it is including self-making of himself too. With akhazna, when we took a pact, we took a covenant, Bani Israel, children of Israel. From here it starts, La ta'buduna illallah. The first point is that you should not serve unless except God, except Allah. That is the first thing that, and it includes so many of things. And that is not only the worship, ta'buduna, it is a verb. And when it is used in the form of verb, it means the continuation of your life should be in the service of Allah, all of the life. From the, we can say, when somebody is born and he have some vision and some, he came to the level of knowing things and having vision and understanding up to the demise of man. All that life he should spend it in the way of Allah and in the guidance or the framework that Allah has given to him. So that is La ta'buduna. It is not only including those some rituals that are known as a part of Sharia, means like salat, like fasting, like establishing salat, or these kind of things, hajj and zakat and all. These are part of ibadah or part of the slavery that a man should do to his Lord. Of course, slavery does not mean that slavery which is a word may take some people to the wrong path, but it is not that one. It shouldn't be meant that common slavery which has been in the mankind, in the societies, in some recent not recent, in medieval and those era, the slavery that was a common practice in the all societies on the earth. La ta'buduna illallah. Do not worship and do not serve unless or save Allah, illallah. And from here starts the betterment of social life. And Allah, by taking these steps, wants a man to establish his society, a stronger society, and a society that gives him a tranquil life to him, to this man, and all the society, and then they all go and abide with the guidance of Allah. Allah is saying the first thing that man is encountering and he faces when he comes to understand something and he comes to some vision is his parents, first of the people that he meets. And if in the world nobody is there, his parents are there. So because without parents he is not to be born. So when he is born, then it means that he has parents. So first people that he should deal with them and treat them, and that treat and that dealing should be based on goodness, ihsan. Ihsan means whatever it is considered good, and Allah is not specifying or limiting that ihsan or that goodness to a certain things or certain kind of behavior. No, Allah is saying ihsan, whatever it is considered ihsan, goodness, somebody should do it. And maybe that maybe it goes differ from place to place, from person to person. Maybe something is good for some person and that is not good for the other one. So Allah is not making it a limited things or some specific actions or practices. No, it is open. Whatever it is good, should be dealt to the parents. So that is the first of the point of that is commanded by Allah to man, and he should do it after serving Allah. After that, the first thing is to give service and be in the service of and doing good to his parents. And when he is done with parents and the package for parents is complete, then comes to next layer of the good deed for the betterment of society and an established society. Comes to wazil kurba, those people who are the nearest of kinsmen, all those relatives, they are nearer. Here kurba means the most nearer. Of course, it means that his brothers, his sisters, his uncle, his aunts, and all those, they are very closest of all. And we can say the blood relationship they have, so they are the most near one. Wazil kurba, and that is the second of the layer. And from here it starts the third and fourth and fifth of the level of society, and those that man encounters them in his life, and he is to face them and he is to deal them. So Allah gives a limitations and a framework that they should be dealt in a specific manner, and that is good deed. And we will inshallah discuss the second half of this verse in the next session with the help of Allah inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah bless you all.